I never belonged in Lakeview Shores. The houses were identical, the lawns manicured to the inch, and every mailbox was the approved shade of heritage taupe. The HOA board sent violation. Letters if your Christmas lights stayed up past January 3rd or if your dog barked twice after 10. I lasted 8 years, paid every fee, and still felt like a tenant in my own home. Then my uncle died and left me 12 acres and a cedar cabin on the north point of Blackwater Lake, 2 miles past the last Lakeview Shores sign and proudly outside their jurisdiction. No covenants, no architectural review committee, no Karen measuring my grass with a ruler. I sold the beige prison, packed 2 trucks, and moved the day escrow closed. The cabin sat on a bluff overlooking the water wrapped in old pines. The only access from the south was a dirt track that crossed a narrow isthmus, my land, before it widened into the peninsula, where the HOA had built their precious community docks. 40 slips, a fueling station, a clubhouse with a tiki bar. Every boat owner in Lakeview Shores drove across my property to reach them. I never noticed the easement language when I signed the papers. My lawyer did 3 weeks after closing. The letter came certified mail. Pursuant to recorded easement granted in 1987, Lakeview Shores HOA claims unrestricted vehicular and pedestrian access across Parcel 730.1b for dock access in perpetuity. They attached a survey highlighting a 50-foot corridor straight through my driveway. They ended with a polite threat. If I obstructed the easement, they would seek immediate injunctive relief and attorney fees. I read it on my new porch while drinking coffee that didn't require HOA-approved beans. Then I laughed so hard I scared the loons. They tried kindness first. A delegation in Patagonia vests showed up with a fruit basket and a proposal. I grant them a formal recorded easement. They'd pave my driveway and give me honorary dock privileges. I told them I didn't own a boat and preferred my coffee slightly scorched. They left the basket. I fed the oranges to my neighbor's horses. Next came the lawyers. Cease and desist letters, motions for preliminary injunction, threats of daily fines. I hired the meanest title attorney in the county. He found gold. The 1987 easement had been granted by the developer to the original HOA, but when the developer went bankrupt in 1994, the successor HOA re-recorded the plat without carrying forward the easement language. Legally, it vanished. My title insurance company sent flowers. Still, 40 families and their boats were used to crossing my land. The board president, a man named Chad who wore boat shoes in November, called me personally. "We'll condemn the strip if we have to," he warned. Eminent domain. I asked if he planned to explain to the county commissioners why rich lakeside homeowners needed public money to keep their jet skis dry. He hung up, so I acted. One Tuesday morning, a crew arrived with orange barriers and a sign that read, "Private road, no Lakeview Shores access. Beyond this point, violators will be towed at owner expense." By noon, boats were backed up a quarter mile, horns blaring. Chad showed until the sheriff explained politely that I owned the road and could close it whenever I felt like it. They screamed. They cried. They held emergency meetings. Someone started a GoFundMe called Save Our Docks. It raised $87,000 in a weekend, mostly from people who thought I was the government. I waited a week, long enough for the silence on my side of the lake to feel like church. Then I sent Chad a single text with an offer, $240,000 cash, recorded release of any easement claim forever, and they could keep the fruit basket debt paid in full. They had 30 days. They paid on day 29. I used the money to gravel my road properly, install a gate with a keypad, and buy a little John boat I still don't know how to start. Some nights I sit on the porch and watch their new temporary ramp, half a mile of winding switchbacks they bulldozed, through wetlands at 10 times the cost of my ask. Their boats crawl in like ants. The loons laugh louder now. I never wanted their docks. I just wanted my cabin. Turns out freedom has a price, and sometimes you get to name it.